On this episode of The Guilty Crafter, I'm going to show you how to make boo bags. I'm Angela Daniels and I'm driven by guilt. I feel guilty when I'm not crafting. I feel guilty when I am crafting. I feel guilty when I buy stuff for crafting, and I feel guilty when I don't use what I buy. That's why I'm the Guilty Crafter. When we moved to this town about 10 years ago, right around the Halloween season, I didn't know any neighbors. I kind of grew up not knowing neighbors. That's the thing in Los Angeles. You kind of drive into your garage and maybe wave to your neighbors. So it was a really new thing for me to move to a small town and find out that people were neighborly here. So somebody put a little gifty on our doorstep for Halloween, and it was called a boo bag, and that was the first time our family got booed. The whole point of a boo bag is if I put one on your doorstep anonymously, then you need to give 2 boo bags to some other neighbors. There's a sign in there that you put on your door if you've been booed that tells everyone that you've already been booed, so every neighbor kind of gets a chance. The second the after Halloween sales go on, everything's 50% off or $1 off, I am so there picking out things for next year's boo bag. I don't know, you can put in there whatever you want, but I tend to pick up little things, so I have to remember to take off this like super reduced clearance tag on this, but like something like a little home decor item. If I know the kids personally, like I found these shirts really cheap last year. I have one evil secret that I do, so I hope none of my neighbors are watching this, because when I really want to play a good trick on one of my neighbors, if they have teenage kids, I put in one of those, you know, secret, we had to put a black bar over that, but you know, one of those super high energy drinks that you do not want your kids having at all. So of course those go right in the boo bag. That's usually the first thing I get. I get any kind of cereal that's Halloween themed and super sugary. It's just kind of, that's my trick to my neighbors. So I go one of 2 ways. I get really inexpensive trick-or-treat bags and I put my boo bag items in there, or if I'm being super generous to my children, especially my little girl Tabitha, I will just use grocery bags and I let her decorate them. And if you're a crafter, you realize how challenging this is to allow your children into your craft room and into your craft supplies, because we all know they always choose the most expensive, fabulous item that you don't want them to. They spend a lot of time and they make a huge mess. But sometimes it's worth it, because if I'm working on a project, I can give something to Tabitha and she can put together boo bags. What you're gonna do is make the boo bag. Who are you bringing this one to?
Peach.
Peach. Okay, so make it for your little friend Peach. But that's not very pretty.
No.
So I need you to decorate it. So I want you to choose anything that you want here, and I will help you. But we have to make 6, so you have to be fast. So you have to make fast decisions. Okay, this is super fake for camera, because if I was really having my kids craft, I would completely lead them to my least favorite papers and embellishments. She's probably going to use like these or the letters that I like to hoard, because I don't want her to. So normally I would have to hide these, because when I let her have full reign, she goes straight for the expensive new stuff. And then I have to decide, am I going to be a good mom who lets her have creative freedom, or am I going to be serious and like tell her no and take that good stuff back? This is where I get Mother of the Year, because this is Tabitha's finished boo bag. I gotta redo it. So I'm probably going to add a little more paper to this. Tab won't know. She didn't even finish the back, so I can do the back and just have that facing out. This is mean. Do not tell Tabitha, but I did have a little time. Her bag was perfect. It was fantastic for an 8-year-old, and I did have some extra supplies laying around, a little extra time. So I just put some extra, you know, like a title on here. I guess I kind of treated it like a scrapbook page, but I didn't want someone to open their door and think that someone put their recycling bag out on their porch. You know, sometimes a mom crafter has to do what a mom crafter has to do. So all I have to do now is add in my boo bag stuff and I am done. I'm Angela Daniels and I'm the Guilty Crafter. If you have comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section or you can tweet me at Guilty Crafter.